Hello YouTube, this is Morgan Airspeed Prime here with my next Avatar news update video. Not too much to cover in this one. We're still waiting for the bigger pieces of news. Mainly, I would say the Reckoning of Roku excerpt preview pages. It realistically should be any point now over the next kind of week or two. If it's beyond then we know it's going to be like what the latest preview that we've ever had, which was actually for Legacy of Yang Chen, which was the first week of June. So if it goes beyond that, we'll be waiting longer than we ever have been before. But there has been a couple of little bits and pieces. So first of all here, a kind of license, kind of collaboration here for Avatar, and that is with the cosmetics makeup company Lethal Cosmetics, which seems to be European based. I think it's a German company because they say I think the stuff is going to ship from Germany. So don't know too much about the specifics there, but I guess for European people, this will be a bit of an easier kind of collaboration to kind of get involved with here. So, yeah, they have a line of Avatar kind of cosmetics and items related to that. And it seems like there's some pretty kind of interesting stuff here. Obviously, I don't really know much about makeup, but, you know, let's quickly go through it here. So the main things that they have here is probably better to actually start from the bottom. Is they have 3 lipsticks, one for Mei, Azula, and Ty Lee. We'll show these off in a second, I suppose. There, I think, are 4 liner sets. Yeah, Aang, Toph, Katara, and Zuko in terms of like eyeliner and stuff like that. There's then palettes for each of the kind of elements nations. So you have air, fire, water, earth. There's White Lotus highlighter here. And then the more kind of unique items, I suppose, is the Mike Cabbage's makeup sponge and also the Appa makeup bag, which might be the kind of item that, like, even if you're not interested in this for makeup, might be something that, like, might just interest you in general, just to have a fun little bag that's nicely detailed and shaped like Appa. Then they have a bunch of bundles, and then the other item is Sokka glitter gel. So the big thing here is that you can see at the top here, it drops in 2 days. So I think it's the 31st of May is when this collaboration goes live. You can see right here, it says coming soon. It has all the prices and stuff like that, but of course you can't buy it just yet. So if we open up some of this stuff, you can see here, the Sokka kind of glitter gel, kind of nice here. Interesting that this is the image that they've used for Sokka on the front. It's like Pian Dao training Sokka. That's a bit of a kind of unique one. Otherwise, it's mostly kind of newer stock art from the last couple of years, but nothing inherently like brand new. So it's a licensing stuff using most of the kind of stock imagery that we're using these days. Here's the Appa makeup bag, which I think actually looks quite detailed overall here. So you can see here, so you've got the back kind of detailings for Appa as well, with the fur markings. The zipper has kind of Momo on it. That's kind of nice. There's some videos on Instagram, which I'll show the video for the bag in a second. The makeup sponge here, you can see, is mostly just a standard green makeup sponge, but it does have a bit of a kind of cabbage pattern going on, and the Avatar logo on the back. But I suppose it's not too bad for maybe like €7 as a bit of a kind of gimmicky item. The liner sets, if we just take a look here, you can see it comes with, I think, 2? It says it comes with a matte one and a dynamic multi-chrome one. So you can see the kind of difference there. One is very, very shiny. One's more kind of standard color. But they're definitely theming them, I think, pretty nicely overall. White Lotus kind of highlighter here. Nice. Again, it's the stock image of Dragon of the West, kind of White Lotus kind of Iroh. But nice kind of theming once more. The palettes you can see here, again, a mix of the sort of standard and then also the kind of shiny stuff, which is quite interesting. And there's quite a variety across the 4 of them overall. And then the lipsticks you can see here. So they go with Mei gets the kind of deep red. Azula gets the kind of standard red, I suppose you'd say. And then Ty Lee gets the more kind of leaning towards pink red overall. So yeah, if we go onto the Instagram here, you can see some of this stuff. So this is one of the liner sets, and you can see the difference between the kind of 2 of them there. There's the Toph one, of course, and again, it's shiny and standard. Here is the video for the Appa bag, which you can see looks pretty decent. The quality seems quite nice for 25. And you can even see there some of the inner lining has some Appa Momo kind of imagery on it as well. So that's kind of cool. Otherwise, I don't think there's too much else to kind of talk about with that. So if you're interested in makeup and you want some avatar focused makeup, this drops in 2 days. So link below to this if you want to check it out. Obviously, I'm assuming it'll be somewhat limited, so you might need to kind of order it like immediately, but just be aware that it does exist. Only other news we have is that regards to Avatar Legends Realms Collide, the upcoming mobile game, they did post this image, which I thought was quite interesting. The Katara image is pretty standard. Okay, we know Katara's got to be the main hero you get if you choose water, but you can get her if you choose the other elements as well. But the background here, they give us a character grid here that actually features some characters that I don't think are in the current version of the game. So I guess for global launch, this is more a sense for like, this is what the characters will actually be. So if we quickly go through it here, you can see top line here, it's Jet. So we have Jet, Cabbage Merchant, Mako, Yue, Yang Chen is certainly new. In the test version of the game, the avatars they had was only, what was it? It was only Aang, Korra, and Kyoshi. We know Roku is in the game, but now we know Yang Chen is in as well, so that's nice to know. Next row, we have Suki, Jinora, Karuk, which is good. Kyoshi. Interestingly, it's young Roku. It's not like older, kind of like 70-year-old Roku. It's young Roku, which I think is quite interesting. And then we come back around to Suki again. So again, you know, more features on the avatars. So I'm guessing the game is going to launch and there's going to be, 6 avatars, I guess, available to get. And we'll see if they expand more into that. Next row, we have Kuvira Tenzin. I think this is Azula based on the kind of collar here. I think if you look up Azula's collar, it matches the details you can see there. Can't see who is next to Azula because it's completely blocked by Katara. There might be a hint that there's a bit of earth there in the corner, so like it could be maybe a Toph image, but not really sure. Then we have Piandao, and we're back around. Then on the next row, you can see here it's Zuko, Katara, Sokka. Can't see who's behind Katara here. Aang, and then we go back around. So I don't know. Maybe Toph is actually here, and this is a different character. Not really sure. On this row, we have Asami Bolin, one of the new characters, Borte, who obviously that makes her non-canon, but still, it's a new character. Iroh, I believe, is behind here, and then Korra, of course. And then the final row, we have Ty Lee, Boomy, another one of the new characters, a Shattered Skull character, Fuzhi, May, and I don't think we can quite tell who this character is here, off the top of my head anyway. So a couple of different characters there that we didn't kind of know about before, kind of highlighting that, at least for some of these characters, this is definitely like new game imagery. Like the Yang Chen, you can see very clearly is their own model, I guess, used there. Whereas like the Mako, you can clearly tell that is stock art of Mako in one of these kind of hexagons. But you know, the Yue, the Yang Chen is clearly the game model. Same goes for Suki, Kuvira here. The Zuko and Katara here and Sokka are actually like stock imagery. So the mix is kind of interesting if you just look at it that way. Only other thing is on Discord, they have teased that there is some news coming on Friday. And they dropped this, I guess, teaser for the kind of teaser video. And this is the video that they showed. So you can see here, Aang goes for some sort of an air Kamehameha type thing. And it is against, he's in the avatar state here. You can see he does the hands together Kamehameha pose. And it is against Borte. You can just about see it as the video kind of comes to an end, that this is Borte who comes in to attack, I believe. Can't quite get the screenshot kind of fully right, but there is one right at the end where you can, I think, see that it is her, because she has obviously like kind of markings, kind of tattoos on her face, and it's the same here. So this seems to be the second part of this video that, of course, we got like a month ago, which was, of course, the avatars fighting, but they don't show you Aang fighting. So I'm guessing the full kind of intro video is going to be released on Friday probably, or maybe the second half, and when you combine them together it's the full thing. We have to wait and see, but that is going to be very, very exciting. This one, you know, got a little bit of traction because it was new animation, and this means this is of course new animation as well, and it does look very, very cool. So seeing it all together should be pretty nice when it happens. But yeah, that's all the news we have. Otherwise, we're just kind of waiting to get into June, where of course we assume that's going to be when we get the Roku preview. It'll be, you know, in or around when we get like the audiobook preview. There'll be the free RPG day where the adventure that's available there, that will release towards the end of June. We'll of course find out what's happening with regards to Avatar at San Diego Comic-Con, and hopefully there'll be some news about the Iroh RPG book, and maybe it'll be released at that point. So, you know, we just have to get through this kind of bit of a drought of like significant information to get to the bigger stuff. I hope on Friday that they maybe have some release information, because to me, if they release a full-on video, no matter how good the video is, if they don't say when the date is for global launch, they might as well basically not be posting, because it's all anyone is asking about. And I think it's getting a bit silly at this point that they're continuously putting out all this stuff and they just don't have an estimate even for when the game is coming. Beyond that, it's happening this year and probably not super towards the end of the year. There's just a vague sense of like, it could release in the next couple of weeks, but it also could be like 3-4 months away. Who knows what the situation is there. They need to sort that out sooner rather than later. Especially with the game like basically soft launch released in a couple of countries. It's a bit of a silly situation in my mind. So yeah, that's been the video. So in the comments, let me know what your thoughts were on the Avatar cosmetics from Lethal Cosmetics. What are your thoughts on these? Interested in them at all? And then, of course, some information on Avatar Legends Realms Collide. But otherwise, there's not too much to talk about here. But yes, that has been the video. Thanks for watching, and bye.